because of his lying to the cops a few years ago, he's sitting over there in that witness stand and going home. Whereas my client is, I couldn't say Rice Street, but, sitting over there as a defendant.
So do you feel like that the approach of the state, how they treated Zachary, how they treated Sledge, how they treated Woody works against them, or do you think it works for them?
Well, I think it clearly works against them. When I was questioning Mr. Copeland, when I was questioning Woody, my intent was not to be compassionate or to make the state look bad. My intent was to do the most effective cross I could while treating him with the same humanity that I try to treat everybody with, whether it's a witness, a judge, the prosecutors, my client. I mean, I try to treat everybody with humanity. And especially as I've gotten older, I try to understand that people lead complex lives and you never know what's happening with people, what's happening in their background, what's happening in their lives at any given moment. Right. I don't know what kind of pressures Adrian Love is under to get a guilty verdict here. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, she's kind of worn out her welcome with me, but I feel bad when I don't. I really want to treat everybody with humanity, and that's all I was trying to do with Woody. I don't think, if you saw how I treated Mr. Zachary, I don't know that I was particularly compassionate there. I mean, I think I kind of gave him a bit of a scolding. Someone said that, I came across as disappointed dad. That I don't know if that really wasn't what I was going for. But I did want to highlight to the jury that because of his lying to the cops a few years ago, he's sitting over there in that witness stand and going home. Whereas my client is, I couldn't say Rice Street, but, sitting over there as a defendant. And, that's why I said, take he said he was a full grown man. I'm like, yeah, you're a full grown man. Take responsibility for your actions. So I don't know that that was compassionate, but I'd like to think that I treated him humanely. Now it was kind of buried, but in 6 terabytes of discovery, there's going to be stuff kind of buried. Like it wasn't labeled in the file folder, here are Gaither's files. I mean, that's not how it was. So we weren't aware that material that we had was what's in Gaither's files. But I think, and Max really wasn't, the judge really didn't let Max get his full cross out on this. But the reason, and I don't know if folks watching picked this up, the reason that Gaither's physical file being found was so important is because on previous cross-exam by Max Shart, when Max asked, did you interview these witnesses? Where are your reports where you interviewed these witnesses? Gaither would repeatedly say, yes, I interviewed them. They're in my file. They're in my file. They're in my file. Well, where's the file? I don't know. APD has it. I don't have access to the file. We'd ask the state, where's the file? The file's lost. So I don't believe the state when they say they didn't realize the import of finding that file, because Max made a big deal out of the fact that Gaither said she did this. Gaither said the evidence that she did it was in the file. Boom, you found the file.
The file materialized.
Let's see the damn file. Let's see if what Gaither said was in the file was in the file. Well, lo and behold, it wasn't in the file. And I don't think we were really able to make that point as much as we would have liked to.
Got you. So let me ask another question about that. Doug, have you known, and by the way, Eric, thank you so much for the $2 super. Have you ever known that a physical file was impacted by a cyber attack?
Never. I've never known that. Or that I think at one point she testified that she had some information on an external hard drive to her computer.
Now, she's going to have to explain a lot more.
Don't be confused. There were 2 cyber attacks. There was that recent one.
2 of them.
There was an earlier, like 2017, 2018 cyber attack, which has been the get out of jail file for the state. or get out of jail card for the state for several years when stuff doesn't appear. It's the, well, Your Honor, we had that hack in 2017, 2018.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Grumps. 503 Grumps for the $5 super. Great question. Doug, a lot of people in the chat think Love is a terrible lawyer. Please let us know.
I don't necessarily think she's a terrible lawyer. I think she knows the law. I think she has a lot of experience, 15 years of experience at least. I think that she has some admirable qualities. I think she is as persistent a lawyer as I've ever seen. She works incredibly hard. She works really long hours. I've had her call me at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night before. She's probably a better prosecutor than I am because I don't have experience and she does. But I let people judge her lawyering skills for themselves. She doesn't, lawyer the way I do.
Yo, hit that like for deal with Christian. Yo, for deal with Christian, smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it, just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian. For deal with Christian, smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it, just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian.